Barrett, I know who you are, of course, but why don't you kind of tell the 2 or 3 people that might watch this who you are and, what grade and all that good stuff, so if you don't mind?
No, not at all. So my name is Barrett Kerr. I am a senior here at Smithson Valley High School, part of Comal ISD. At my time here, I was really active and involved in the FFA and was a big part of that. So I'm a National Hispanic Scholar based on my PSAT scores, thanks to the teachers here at Smithson Valley.
Man, that's a nice plug.
Yes. So shout out to them. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So how long you been with the school district now?
Comal ISD, let's see, I moved here 7th grade.
Wow.
So I've been here since 7th grade.
Where'd you move from 7th grade?
So before 7th grade, I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico for 4 years.
And you guys moved over this way?
Yes. So we were originally, I was born in San Antonio, and then for 8 years we lived in Pleasanton, Texas, so south of San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then my dad's job took us out to Albuquerque, and then we were there for 4 years.
Because your dad was like, hey, let's try this RV?
No, that was here. that was a crazy story. And so then it brought us here, and then we lived in River Crossing for 2 years, and then was the RV.
Oh, so there was an RV. There's an RV story behind this.
There is 14 months in an RV with 5 people.
Wow,
a lot of time.
Wow. So how was that when you came back to Texas as a 7th grader? Was that a tough transition?
It was. It wasn't necessarily tough. It was a little hard. I don't play football, obviously, and that's the big thing in Texas. So
I didn't play football either, by the way.
Yeah. It's a little hard, kind of that transition, because I didn't have the athletic, the immediate family into that. But pretty quickly I made friends, so it wasn't extremely hard.
Smithson Valley High School, was it a good place to have friends? Plenty of opportunities to make good friends, and how's that experience been at being part of the Ranger Nation here? I
really enjoyed my time at Smithson Valley.
Good. All right.
Sad to leave it behind, especially going out of state. I'm really sad to leave those friends behind because a lot of people are staying in Texas. Yeah. Where are you going? I'm going to the University of Kentucky. Yeah, you're going to be a Wildcat. Yeah, Wildcat, 17 hours away, being a Wildcat. Yeah. So you know what? It's funny because as a sidebar, you're the 4th senior that I'm interviewing for this, right? Oh, wow. This is Comal Cruzin, or Cruzin with Comal, right? So I have watched the videos. Oh, you have? Yes. Hey, I appreciate that. And all 3 are going to A&M, except you. And just by accident, that's been how it's just turned out. So I'm proud of you for venturing out. That's good. Yeah, I wanted to my parents have always told me that this is the one time in your life that you are still able to have an adventure without really having a commitment to something that you have to have, because after this you obviously have a job, so that pretty much anchors you to one place. And they were like, this is the last time where you can really go out there and have a full-on adventure. And I said, well, then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go 17 hours away. Man, what a great advice from your parents. Yes, and they were super supportive of that. That's awesome, because I'm thinking to myself, the other time that you had an advice the other time they got to choose was between a Jolly Rancher and a Snicker bar or something like that, right? But now, this is it. So you decided to go to Kentucky. So how did that sort of come about, where you said, hey, did you throw a dart on a map or something, or how did that go? I pretty much probably did. I want to get a PhD of pharmacy eventually, is the long-term goal. Nice. So That's a great career, by the way. Yes. It's growing field. It is. So I knew that in order to be able to do that, I personally didn't want to go to 2 different colleges, to go to college and then have to go do pharmacy school somewhere else at a different location. Right. And so I started researching kind of the top pharmacy schools in the nation, but that were also the top, whatever you're going to get, for what you're paying, which ones are going to give you the best, with the best passing rate, that type of percentage, admit and stuff like that. And Kentucky, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Florida were kind of my main 4 that I wanted to focus on. They're all SEC schools? Yes, except OU's Big 12, but the other ones are all SEC. So big SEC. And so then whenever I got that National Hispanic Merit Scholar through my PSAT score... Congratulations again. Thank you. Kentucky said that they would pay for me to come out there and go to them. And I said... That's awesome. Okay. And after we had strained like a whole long set of, because obviously we don't live anywhere near there, so we were going to fly up and visit 3 or 4 schools in a matter of a couple days. Me and my mom flew up there, and the first one we visited was Kentucky, and I remember sitting in the hotel room and I was like, if I don't go here, like, that's not for me. Like, I'm supposed to go here.
So what other sort of pro tips do you have for parents and potentially 9th graders or entering 9th graders or 10th graders who might watch this for a little bit, and instead of watching the reruns of Office or something, what would you say? What would you say is a pro tip about sort of navigating high school, or I don't want to say surviving high school, but navigating high school, right? I mean, what's good things that you ought to do? I mean, should it be loading up on all AP courses, you know? And
not at all.
I mean, maybe not packing your lunch every day. I mean, what would you say?
So for AP courses, let's start with that, because that is something that people ask me all the time, especially with have friends from freshman through junior, and I still have friends that are in college. So AP, dual credit, like those are a lot. That's a hot topic to discuss at the high school all the time.
All the time.
And my piece of advice is, you know your strengths as a person. You know your weaknesses. You know what you're going to want to enjoy to do. You know what you do not want to do, what you're not going to sit down and take extra time when you're at home to do. And so for me, I would say put your time in those AP classes in the subjects where you feel that you're going to enjoy the work, because it is more work than a regular class. And so if you're not going to want to personally put the effort in to do it,
right,
don't just take it because, oh, my friends are taking it, it's a rank multiplier, oh, my teacher said I should be in it.
Right.
That shouldn't be your motivation behind taking the class, especially when it is a year-long class. And it is a serious subject, and it's a subject that you need to learn and you need to have under your belt. So take it because you have an interest in it, and that it's going to be something that you want to devote your time to, and not just are being forced to devote your time to. So that's one piece I would probably tell them.
Yeah, well, Barrett, I appreciate you spending some time with me.
Thank you for having me.
No, and so I'll see you on graduation.
Yes, sir.
But you need anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm happy.
Anything else?
Here.
Anything else you want to tell?
Thank y'all for listening to me for however long this video is, to the 2 or 3 of y'all, because Lord knows.
Well, you know, like I said, who knows? It could be like just 2 or 3. Like, it could be just your mom and my mom watching it. So who knows, right?
Who knows?
Who cares?
Who really does?
Barrett, I appreciate it very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll see you, and I appreciate you very much.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.